That could be our taint testimonials.
Yeah.
Taint-stimonials.
My taint seems to be a success in my neighborhood. All the kids love it.
Yeah.
All the kids. Yeah. I love it.
For some reason, I just can't hold on to my taint. It's gone as soon as I get it.
My tank keeps running dry.
It's so good.
I use it so much.
I use it so
I'm
much.
always putting it on my lips.
It's so fresh.
Oh my God.
As soon as I get done in the bathroom, a little squirt of my taint, and I'm all right.
Sometimes a coworker comes up complaining, and I say, "Well, here, let me rub my taint on it."
Yeah. Did you ever rub any taint on it?
The Taint's new Vapo Rub.
Oh my God.
You just rub my taint on your chest. And you can breathe so much better afterwards.
Yeah. It opens up the nasal passages.
It's like a flush of your system.
Matain's patent formula hits the tongue.
From the first taste of my taint, you'll be hooked.
Till you go to sleep. I guarantee it.
If you want a good night's sleep, just pop my taint in your mouth right before bed.
Yeah, new Taint. Zzz.
Matain's expanding their categories to now their toothpaste brand. It's like if you're sick of having bad breath in the morning, grab
over.
Mataint anytime you have to struggle with bad breath. You know, sometimes bringing Mataint to work has really benefited me. Other people have really enjoyed the fact of using my taint.
I share my Taint with all my coworkers.
They love it.
Yeah. You'll always have enough when it comes to my taint.
They always say the compliments they get after using my taint.
You know, they do have CBD Mataint. Breast spray, they do. That's weird. CBD breast spray?
I thought you meant legitimately. I was like, what?
No way.
Everything's never an original idea.
Yes. All right. So, is this going to be the top 5? Yes. That should be enough for Harambe. Welcome back to the Drop Culture Podcast, everybody. I'm Brock.
And I'm Dan.
And I'm Mitch.
And Mitch is here in the studio, which is awesome.
We're limited release.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just in time for the end of the year. And what we're doing right now is we're going to give everybody our top 5 Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Or
our
holiday movies, like if it's, Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah. Kwanzaa bot will be happy. Kwanzaa bot. Man, okay. So, everybody watches movies over the holidays because they're at home all the time. I'm just trying to think of a good way to introduce it. Do you know?
Sure. Well, I'd say, historically that is correct.
Yeah.
Everybody's home all the time, so the holiday movies are always on, so you watch them. Right?
They've overdone it, I think, on cable.
Well, nowadays, everybody's home all the time anyways, or a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year.
So I don't know how this affects the world as far as this viewing. But there's only a handful of these movies that I really like anyways.
There's movies that you have to watch every holiday season. There's always a whole bunch of them. There's some that aren't even holiday themed, but I think that was a good rule for this one. Is to keep it holiday themed because, of course, you're going to put Tombstone on there. For real. I mean, every holiday season, Tombstone is on TNT for like 3 days straight.
Anytime people are going to be home.
Yes. Yeah. Thanksgiving. Tombstone Marathon. This Thanksgiving on TNT. For real.
Dynamite.
I'm really surprised there wasn't more of a correlation between like the Tombstone frozen pizzas. The Tombstone movie. Why didn't they do that?
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, they want to bring that back to theaters. Sponsored by Tombstone Pizza.
Absolutely.
They should bring out a new advertisement.
Yeah.
Yes.
With that in it.
Yes, they should.
That would be awesome. Greatest word in the history of the English language.
My wife's favorite anyways.
Yeah. It
It's
just
a solid
rolls.
word, though.
It just rolls. Advertisement.
Local favorite.
But I think my whole thinking on all of this too is how much, whenever you're younger, the movies that you see when you're younger, especially during this time, are going to stick with you the most. I think they did with me.
Right.
So it was like stuff that was coming out in the late 80s and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have a lot of 80s on mine for sure.
80s and 90s. I mean, there was the Rankin and Bass years, where everything was Rankin and Bass. So it was like the Christmas Donkey, and that's legit.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like the Island of Misfit Toys with like Frosty and whatever. I don't really remember their names because I never really got into those. Rudolph, of course.
Rudolph is... Yeah, I mean, if we're going to talk those movies, that's the best one of all.
Yeah.
Because it's got the elf that wants to be a dentist.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
He just wants
you'll
to
be
be-
a dentist.
He just wants to be a dentist.
It's so weird for an elf to want to be a dentist. No, but that's all of those Rankin and Bass were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They were pretty. They had a lot of things that they're still bringing back and they're still showing again. So now I think this year they're making it a big deal to show those.
Yeah, I think so too. My wife and I were watching TV and the Frosty the Snowman one was on, but it wasn't that one. It was one they made like in the late 80s with John Goodman as the Frosty.
Yeah, that one wasn't so good.
I didn't watch it. I was like, this is bullshit. This is
My-
fake
yeah.
news.
Well, my kids had grown
Fake
up.
Christmas news.
Were the DreamWorks Studios ones.
Oh, yeah.
Those are all pretty good. You
Sure.
know, they're kind of like that new crop of it that have actually been pretty cool to watch. Like you watched this, Shrek the Halls.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the Toy Story one where they're like the He-Men are fighting and shit.
Yeah.
And the kid just watches TV all day, so the toys have free reign. Pretty good one. Yeah, there's most of those that are coming out are pretty good, but they haven't made a lot here recently. But again, these movies are all over everything.
Absolutely.
You got the Christmas Story that's playing like for a month straight.
It's probably number one on Brock's list.
Yes, it is. Dang, spoiler alert.
Sorry, guys.
Not.
Quentin Tarantino directed this episode.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Damn. What a twist.
Brock's over here like, this is my nightmare.
Yeah, I should be seeing Alice Cooper right now. But yeah, there's been some really, really, really good ones. And the theater ones that we got when we were growing up, I think were the best ones.
Sure.
But again,
That's subjective.
yes, again too, there's a big population of these movies that are really technically not holiday movies, but at the same time are considered holiday movies because
Sure.
they are set in the holidays. That was a very nice way to put holidays 3 times in one sentence.
I've got a couple of those movies that are on my list actually.
There's a lot of writer-directors that do that, specifically put their movies in the holiday season for some reason. Just works.
Yeah.
So
You got a hook that way. It's a pre-built in hook.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch a movie that takes place over a year, you're gonna see Christmas. But that does no.
Not the same. Not the same.
Yeah. All right. So who wants to go first? Me or you?
With those deadpan eyes.
I'm all-
Jeez.
I'm looking into your soul.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
You?
Twist my arm.
My number one movie is a movie that a portion of it takes place over Christmas. The crux of the movie starts like right before Christmas. And that's 1985's Better Off Dead with
Ooh.
John Cusack.
That is a very good one.
Directed
Yes.
by Savage Steve Holland. I love everything about this movie, from the Korean guys that drive the car and only speak in Howard Cosell, to the art hallucinations that go on throughout Savage Steve Holland movies, but specifically the ones with John Cusack in them,
Yeah.
starting with this one.
One Crazy Summer and stuff
Of
like
course,
that.
you got Booger.
Yeah.
Booger's there from Revenge of the Nerds. And then man,
Dude, there's so many. It's so good.
He's just trying to kill himself the whole time because he breaks up with, or his girlfriend breaks up with him. His girlfriend of 6 months.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so he's trying
dramatic.
to kill himself, and he's terrible at it, so he can't get it done. And he ends up falling in love with like a French foreign exchange student that's across the street. at the creepy kid in that movie is Dan Schneider.
Really?
Yeah. Of Nickelodeon and
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's right.
The one from Head of the Class.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. He's
Another
got a head of the
tieback.
he's got a head of the class credit on his IMDb.
Yeah, he was one of the main characters.
Yeah, he might have had a Fall Guy in there too.
Yeah, Dan Schneider made a lot of shows, obviously.
Yeah,
Behind the scenes.
That Savage Steve Holland was huge at that time too, and for that to be considered a Hollywood, that would have never popped into my head.
So the thing that stands out the most is at their Christmas when they get new garage windows because that paperboy keeps breaking the windows.
Because he owes them money.
Right. No, well, he just does it anyways. But, and they have those reindeer suits on, the whole family does. And I'm like, that's just that whole deal is classic.
Well, his mom always, that backstory where his mom's always cooking something weird, like with tentacles and
Like
and
stuff that moves off the plate.
yeah. Well, then you even have the burger singing. Is like, everybody wants some. I want some too. It's Van Halen, but it's a burger. And
His little brother, Badger.
Oh yeah.
He's just like, he never talks through the whole movie, but somehow like this dude builds a space shuttle like out of his room. He like has these like trashy horrors coming to his house, like using a how-to book.
Yeah.
You
He's
know?
like super smart, like
Super smart kid. But
If
yeah.
Sheldon went bad.
Yeah.
yeah, but the way that he always frames his stories is always so good.
Yeah.
Because One Crazy Summer was the other John Cusack one that had Demi Moore in it.
Yeah.
And it had Booger in it. It also had what's his name's brother, Bill Murray's brother.
Yeah.
One of his younger ones. But yeah, Savage Steve Holland, was always so awesome back in the day.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen that movie, it's a great movie.
Yes. So that's
Great
a good
movie.
one. So is that your number 5?
That's my number 5.
Cool. Mitch?
No, I thought he said number 1 earlier. I was like, wait,
that's
what?
my number 5.
Yeah, you said number 1, but
that's my
I kinda
first one.
understood
Yeah,
it.
First
my number
one,
5, yeah.
which is number 5,
Yeah.
leading to number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, no, we're on the same page.
I had a hard time ranking these. They're probably
What?
all ranked like 1A, 1B, really, like depending on what my mood is.
Like they're 0.01% differencing.
Yeah. Better Off Dead, I'll watch anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime I can watch it.
It's been a long time since I have seen it, so
Well,
if I could find it, that would
Take
be
the
awesome.
time. Take the time. Watch that in One Crazy Summer.
Yes. One Crazy Summer, I watched it last summer at least 12 times.
Nice.
I just kept putting it on because I DVR'd it. It's like, yeah, it's on my DVR forever.
Eva, what's your number 5, sir?
My number 5, and this is, I guess you would put in the controversial category, but not too much. Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
A Shane Black movie, which Shane Black always
doesn't
puts
all his
stuff
movies in Christmas?
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, the honorable mention for him would be the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang movie,
Yeah.
which I've only seen it a couple of times, and it was pretty good.
That's Downey Jr., right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Val Kilmer, yeah. But Lethal Weapon, as an overall movie, is pretty bitchin'.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
It bitchin' is the way to describe it. It really is.
Well, we got on-screen jujitsu in that, which was like one of the Gracies actually choreographed that.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And Mel Gibson is a badass in that movie.
He is 100%.
I don't care too much personally, but you know what?
Sure.
I mean, he was badass in that movie.
Oh, absolutely. Riggs
Murtaugh.
yeah.
Yeah, and you got Riggs and Murtaugh.
Mm-hmm.
But it is Christmas. They're always set
Oh,
at
yeah,
Christmas around
absolutely.
there. And then the Gary Busey fight where they're just like, let them fight it out.
Yeah. Strange, but okay.
Yeah, all the cops and everybody is like, nah, just let them do it.
It's a great movie, though. It
It's
really
just
is.
been revoked. That's from part 2,
Yeah.
which was around Christmas as well.
Yes. So even the Lethal Weapon series, but Lethal Weapon 1 is the most legit.
Yeah. But very good movie all the way through.
Absolutely.
That's another one that it's got fucking Home Dude in it too. Yeah, my Snaps Provolone.
Home Dude.
Yeah, they call me Snaps Provolone. If anybody gets the Snaps Provolone reference, please send it in as well.
Absolutely.
We'll send you a sticker. That's what I'm going to do. Anybody that hears something like that. So
Absolutely.
Whenever I say that, Snaps Provolone, you know when to email in. Snaps. But the dude that was on Halloween 3 and
Donald Pleasance?
no, on part 3.
No, that'd be weird.
Yeah, but also
Doesn't matter.
yeah, badass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get his name.
Yeah,
real
Lethal
quick.
Weapon, super awesome movie, of course.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll cut this out or something.
No, you're fine.
Gotta get.
Do you
this
like
guy's
Lethal
name.
Weapon, Mitch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single time I've ever watched it, I was like not paying attention.
There's
There's something going on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was always that like background movie.
I can appreciate that.
1987.
Yeah.
Tom Atkins.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Tom Atkins was in this movie too. Michael Hunsaker. Crazy name. Like, who has Hunsaker as a name? I mean, everything about this movie is...
Dick Parents.
Yeah. No, that's
See
his
what you
name,
did
Dick
there?
Parents.
Hunksacker Dick Parents.
Yeah. His Mrs. Dick Parents and Mr. Dick Parents. No, but yeah, good overall movie, and it created a whole franchise, and he was a legitimate action star. But honestly, if you look at the action stars, you pile them up next to each other in the 80s, you got, of course, Schwarzenegger at the top, Stallone number 2, Carl Weathers? No. Who else ranks in there besides Jeff Speakman, The Perfect Weapon?
Hey.
Yeah, snaps. If you get that one, send me an email.
I'm pretty sure somebody should get that.
Yes, hopefully. But then you got Steven Seagal and all of those people. Mel Gibson was legit. He has to be number 3, in that list right
for
there.
sure.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
I mean, he was already
Schwarzenegger,
Mad
Stallone.
Max. He was old.
Yeah.
He was Riggs. He was
at the very birth of the action star.
Yeah.
When it came down to those kind of action movies. So
agreed.
yeah, cool.
Great movie. And I like a lot of his movies, to be honest. Like
I know.
up to a certain point, anyways.
Can't wait to watch Fat Man. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's like, I don't want to watch it. I'm like, I'll watch it tomorrow. Cool. But yeah, okay. So that was my number 5 was Lethal Weapon, 1987. Number 4.
My number 4 is a pretty well-known movie called Gremlins.
Oh man, that's my number 4 too.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Great
100%.
minds, guys. Great minds.
Yeah.
Perfect. That worked out.
That's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I see a collaboration?
I don't know.
But obviously, 1984 was a huge movie. Takes place during Christmas. He had great people working on this too. Chris Columbus wrote it, right? Directed by Joe Dante. Steven Spielberg produced it. You're gonna win,
Yeah.
I'm surprised Steven Spielberg did that, but he probably saw it was probably going to make money. So
Yeah.
Spielberg has always been right there.
Yeah.
It's really cool
on the cusp.
because he had Jaws, so everybody was like, "Final cut."
I have Jaws.
Final
You
cut.
also have Jaws?
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Why am I not successful?
But obviously, this is a pretty dark movie.
Awesome movie.
It is. It's not really a kid's movie though, but it is. Like I watched it as a kid. That's where I knew it from. But
Yeah.
it's pretty dark. All the especially like her telling the story about her father.
Oh my god. Yeah, weird. Where does it come from? I mean, you got Hoyt Axton at the very beginning,
Right.
Because he's Billy's father,
Right.
and you got Zach Galligan, which he's been on stuff, but has he really been on a lot of stuff? Probably. I don't think he's got a Fall Guy reference, but
Got Phoebe Cates in there.
yeah, Phoebe Cates, and Phoebe Cates was one of the better actresses to come out of the '80s, anyway, but never really did anything after. Because
Judge Reinhold, he was in this.
Oh yeah, Judge Ryan. He's all, hey, Cable. I'm talking cable here. It's like, damn. She's like, sploosh. I'm on my way.
The 80s, and you got Cable.
Yeah, it's like, I'm talking Cable while he's sitting at some shitty bar.
Yeah.
I heard it in like that. I'm walking here. kind of voice.
But it's got Cable.
Howie Mandel did the voice of
The Mogwai.
the Mogwai.
It's so funny that you say that because I didn't realize Bobby's World.
Yeah, that's
Was
Howie
all him.
Mandel.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
That was part of his stand-up before
you
that
see
was
his
ever a
hair?
show. Yeah, of course.
Luscious.
Have you ever seen Walk Like a Man?
Oh no.
You should watch Walk Like a Man. It's a movie with Howie Mandel from the 80s.
Does he also not touch people?
Yeah. What about?
I think
Yeah.
he touches people a little more
Yeah.
than a normal person in this movie.
Which is what caused him to lead to this path. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Little Monsters with Rick Dukeman
Which also great.
and
movie.
Howie Mandel?
Yep.
Good movie too. Fred Savage is in it.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Fred Savage, singer?
No, Fred Savage, like from Wonder Years.
Wonder Years.
Who am I thinking of?
He was
Fred
also,
Durst. Never mind.
I
literally
from
thought
Limp
Limp
Bizkit?
Bizkit. I was like, he's in that?
Fred Durst is in it.
Was he alive?
Yeah, he had a black hat instead of a red hat at that point.
He grew into his red hat. He earned it.
He earned it.
So would you consider this a Christmas horror movie?
Yes.
Horror?
It was supposed to be a lot darker, of course,
Yeah.
where they were supposed to do all kinds of crazy stuff, eviscerations, weird stuff like that,
Do you remember
unnecessary surgeries.
Do you remember a movie, and I don't think it's on anybody's list, so I'm going to be comfortable saying it. If it is, you can bitch slap me or something. You're not going to do that? Good. No. That works out. 6 feet social distance.
You respect you.
I respect you. You're mine.
Do you
Respect your distancing.
do you remember the movie Elves?
Well, obviously not the new one with Will Ferrell.
No, not Elf.
ELVES.
And it was a horror movie.
Horror.
A horror movie.
I don't.
Yeah, it was, and I always equated it to kind of how Gremlins should have played out, like in somebody's mind, when they wanted it darker.
Yeah.
Because it's like bloody and whatever. A little different story, obviously. It's not a mogwai and all that jazz. But it made me think of that when you said that.
Yeah.
Watch Elves.
But the Gremlins
You're not going to want to, but you can watch it.
It's probably on YouTube for free.
Maybe.
When they want to keep a movie alive somehow.
Also a Christmas movie.
There you go. See?
Yeah, because I remember you can see the claw coming out of the Christmas package and pulling like the lid over or whatever on the cover.
The claw.
Just like Gremlins, huh?
Yeah.
Gremlins had great effects. It had great actors. It had great everything. It was just very well done.
It was well produced. It was good.
They had great actors and Howie Mandel.
Yeah, and Howie. Most of the Gremlins are really terrifying too. I like part 2, and that's a honorable mention for a holiday movie.
Sure.
Gremlins 2. I like it. Daniel Clamp and the Clamp Tower.
Do I smell another deuce coming?
Ooh, one of
just
these
kidding.
days. Holy crap! I don't even remember that, dude. Dan Haggerty.
1989.
Isn't Dan Haggerty?
Grizzly Adams.
Yes. Correlation.
Also in the movie Ice Pond.
Ice Pond. Yes.
No, Ice Pond.
Oh, Pond.
Yeah,
that's
like
right.
Pond, like chess.
PAWN. Yeah, it's a movie.
It's a movie we're going to be doing
We're going to be covering it.
in July.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow, July. You guys are really scheduled out.
Yeah. We got years and years.
It's what we do.
Schedule.
But no, I mean, this movie has everything. That's why it still stands up as a holiday movie.
Yep,
and they even have
absolutely.
Christmas afterwards.
It's such
scary.
It's such a good balance of here's a little bit of horror, here's some heartwarming, here's some dark humor. You know what I mean? It was so well done.
Yeah.
So yeah, can't say enough about Gremlins, and I'm
Vicious at
sure
the end,
that a
too.
lot of people have said a lot more than
Oh,
I
yeah.
have
I mean,
about it.
come on. I'm part of
this
8
episode.
Gremlins groups myself.
I thought they should come out with Furby's Attack, and all it is Gremlins with Furbies photoshopped over top the entire way.
Nice.
You know,
Running
edited
and
right in.
walking.
Yeah.
Just staring weird.
Feed me. Ah!
We got
Take the
one
batteries out.
We got one of those.
It's still working.
I got one of those Furbies for one of my daughters that she really wanted one.
Furby, yeah.
And it was the scariest thing in the world. It would just light up and then start talking in the middle of the night. And she's like, I can't sleep with this in my room. And I'm taking batteries out. I'm like, nope, first time.
I've seen a dude make a Furby organ machine or some shit.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
and it plays music.
I'm sure.
Wow.
I remember
A lot of time.
A lot of time. Shout out to that guy in his time.
Yeah.
I think it was one of my
Respect it.
cousins had one, but something happened where either the dog got a hold of it, but when the fur falls off of that thing,
Pretty gross.
terrifying.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it. Not recommended.
Yeah, that's how that dude had them too.
We had
They're skinned.
manual Furbies
Oh.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Popping a tape, wind him up.
Back in my day, we had to put a cassette tape in the back of the stuffed animal.
And he had 4D batteries, so it was the heaviest doll. Pick it up and be like, dang, where's the batteries at? Because it would be light.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, we had to take them out for the flashlights the other day.
My brother had a big bird that was seriously this tall,
Yeah.
and same deal as a Teddy Ruxpin. So I would put
Really?
Black Sabbath in it and stuff,
Nice.
Yeah.
That would be something awesome to have or find.
Yeah.
Is Teddy Ruxpin just to play heavy metal out of?
Hell yeah. Rap music?
Yo,
that would be good.
Dang, we can color him
You
up.
think he would be able to keep up?
Ooh,
With
maybe.
his little motorized mouth?
Yeah. Oh.
We get it to actually keep up, and it just like
Starts on fire. You see smoke rolling out.
the eyes start rolling back in the head. We're like, that
trying
was
to do
not supposed to do
Twista.
that.
So from now, for here on out until we get one, I'm on the lookout for a Teddy Ruxpin that works.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Also, I would take the Big Bird. That's fine. Too.
Oh yeah, Big Bird, any of those
Yeah.
motorized tape ones.
Yep.
Just need a unicorn.
And also, if you see a Bop It, just for my
Ooh.
personal use.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, super side note. But yeah.
All right, we'll listen. Bop it.
Pull it.
Bop it.
You can send it COD
Ooh, shit.
for the shipping.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that called when you get the
Cash on demand.
the price the prize in Call of Duty that drops down like the booty and it's got different stuff in it.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
bounty.
No.
I do know the crates or whatever.
Yeah. Drop crates. Or
Drop
whatever.
crates, yeah.
Anyways, that was a long way for that.
Oof.
Anyways,
Sorry.
oof.
Well, since that was my number 3,
That was your
or
number
number
two.
4, that was my
Number four,
number
yeah,
4.
number
So this
four.
will be my number 4, or
Your number
3,
three, yeah.
whatever.
So what we've done so
Numbers.
far, guys, we've each done our number 5. Our number 4 was exactly the same. So
That's
you're going to
right.
come at us with your number 3, bro.
And that's Die Hard.
Is that really yours?
Yeah.
So
Damn.
I'm just going to show that is also my number 3.
Damn, that's good.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that crazy. I know you guys too well.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It
I
really
mean,
does.
no, I mean,
Yeah.
like, that's crazy.
Because it's not like the best one. It's not my number 1. And it's not like the greatest, but it is an awesome freaking movie.
Absolutely.
God, Die Hard is so great. I mean, even whenever they made fun of it on, what was it? The Cleveland show?
Yeah.
God, I love that episode. That was the best one. This movie has everything. Everything. One person we didn't mention, though, in Gremlins was Corey Feldman.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, we got to throw that out there. Because somebody was like, no, Corey Feldman was in that.
Yeah. There you go. We got you, bro.
There we go. But Die Hard really kicks ass every second of it. It's like, it's up there with Back to the Future as one of my perfect movies.
Right.
You know, that not one wasted second in the whole entire movie. Even whenever they were biding time to go through it, it's literally perfect.
It's a damn good movie. I
Yes.
don't know if it's a perfect movie. I don't know I don't look at a movie that way.
Yeah, every once in a while, after
Sure.
I've watched something over a certain amount of times, I'm like, yep, yeah, everything's there.
It's a damn good movie, and I mean, it holds up. So that's the thing. I mean, obviously, it's good for a reason. It's not just a good Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's a good action movie. It's, you got Alan Rickman as the bad guy. Can't go wrong. Alan Rickman's fucking amazing.
What's
Was
that?
Amazing.
Yeah.
What's that catchphrase that he says?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh, I got you to swear,
Damn
Brock.
it.
Put a quarter in
Ah.
the thing. Bamboozled.
Good
You
job, Mitch.
SOB,
Thanks, bud.
man. Damn. Now you guys are going to just try to get me all the time.
But yeah, great movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go too far into Die Hard. Everybody's seen it.
There's so many people in it, though.
And if you haven't, you probably should. Yeah, there's a ton of people in it.
Yeah. Theo is the one that always got me because at first I was always like, was he on Walker, Texas Ranger? Yes, he was. Damn it. That's Ranger Trevette. That's so awesome.
Brock Smith, our Walker Texas Ranger expert.
We always have a Walker, Texas Ranger reference in almost every episode, too.
Yeah.
Movie-wise.
Yeah.
If you also jump kick through windshields to take out bad guys, then you can also talk on his behalf. That was an epic episode.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of really, really good stuff in this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you're number 2.
My number 2 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation from
I'm not
1989.
kidding. Right there. Number 2 is Christmas
What?
Vacation for me, too.
That was my number 2.
Really?
On the list, I'm not even kidding. It's technically at the top, but my actual top is the second.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's all 3 of us. That's pretty nuts, but
Epic movie.
Makes sense,
obviously.
yeah. You know, I don't think my daughter's ever seen that movie.
What?
Yeah, she remarked to my wife the other day that she didn't even know what it was.
Oh my
I
god!
think
So I'm
that's a
like,
sign
wait a
that you
minute.
don't beat your kids enough.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that movie for us growing up was really big. Yeah.
Sure.
She grew up in a different lifestyle, so I can understand that. But I would think that would be one of the things, movie wise, that everybody would have in common,
Right.
besides A Christmas Story.
Well, Clark.
I will say, with your headphones on and your hat on, you do kind of look like the kid from A Christmas Story right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Maybe not. Maybe the beard gives it away.
Okay, I quit.
Brock's done. Wow.
Brock Billingsley.
That was it. That's all I'm gonna do.
I think most people cherish him and find him cute and adoring. Brock?
Not that one.
No? Okay, sorry.
Anyways,
Die
Christmas
Hard.
Vacation.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation has everything.
Yeah.
I'm all Die Hard.
Going back to that. Yippee-ki-yay.
No, but that was good. Lord, man, every part of that movie.
Ah, so good.
You compare your families to those families. Like,
Well,
there's
yeah.
a cousin Eddie.
It's a John Hughes screenplay, first off, so that's a win. And then you get Chevy Chase as the bumbling father. You know what I mean? That he's reprising that role again, which is great because I really dug all of those first few movies. You know what I mean?
Vegas Vacation.
Juliette Lewis is in this one as the daughter, though.
Juliette Lewis.
There's a ton of people that are in this.
Man, it's just what's crazy about this movie is like it grows better every year too.
Yeah.
It really does. And this is formidable years for us. 14, 15, 13, 12.
think
Around there. That's very impressionistic.
I think Randy Quaid really came into that character more in this, in this than he did in the first one, obviously.
Yeah, the first one is all it was bad.
Yeah.
And then I grew up watching part 2 a lot because we had
European?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that one a lot too.
Yeah, we had it on video, so it was always there. The pig and the poke part.
Yeah.
We always it missed on it, so we didn't have that part. We only had from whenever after they won.
Oh, really?
So you didn't get to see the question or anything. So
Oh.
I kind of grew up without that, but no big
Brock
deal.
didn't even know what the question was.
Yeah. I don't even remember it now, too.
I don't either.
Yeah, but this movie though has what's her name in it? Betty Boop. The woman that actually voiced Betty Boop. This was her last movie.
Oh, really?
She was the old aunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where she's
Okay.
singing, "Would you say grace?
right.
They want you to say the blessing." Fucking love that, dude. The blessing. Oh. She's so weird in that movie too. There's every part of that movie. It kind of falls into that category of perfection. There's really not a lot of waste, even whenever he's watching the old reel-to-reel upstairs. And he's just like, falls fucking through. Boom. I was like, damn, that would suck.
Yep.
I mean, it's stuck. But yeah, he didn't learn his lesson by crawling across the whole thing. Yeah. But just everything.
Yeah.
All the parents. When are we going to eat? Let's go.
This is a seminal Christmas movie. I think that, like, if I had one Christmas movie that I'd want to watch every Christmas, and I don't do that as much as you, it would be that one probably.
Yeah, it was in my family, literally.
Yeah.
My uncle religiously. And we'd always go there for Christmas, so we would always end up being over there and watching it.
Yeah.
So it was like part of my heritage.
Yeah.
Of all the funny things, that is not the movie that you would think would play in my family, if you know my
Right.
family.
Yeah.
But for some reason, that was okay.
It hit.
Hey.
Just like a lot of things. If it disturbs me...
Right.
What really puts me in the time period is them shopping at Walmart.
Yeah.
That really does. Like,
Sure.
that's something that just seeing the signage,
Mhm.
that's something that has always stuck with me. Seeing the Made in America stuff and everything like that, Rob Roy and whatnot. I'm like, I'm totally there. I'm 12 again, or
Right.
however old. When did it come out? 1989.
Yes.
So I was like 10.
And that other vacation movie where they go to Wally World,
Yeah, that's the original one.
right?
Mhm.
That one always threw me off because I always called Walmart Wally World.
No.
And I don't know if that's... My parents did that because of the movie?
Nah, I think that's a common name.
It
for
is?
Yeah.
Walmart.
Okay, I
Yeah.
wasn't 100% sure, but I was like, that always threw me off because every time they would say Wally World, I would think Walmart whenever I watched that movie.
Yeah.
I could imagine.
It's silly,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No.
No, not at all.
It's a good correlation because I do the same thing.
Right.
I don't know where it came from, though.
Yeah.
It might have come from that.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. And then they put Walmart in the movie because it became that. wait a minute.
Discovery.
What a twist.
M. Night Shyamalan, get out of here.
No, but that one, yeah, definitely.
Night Shyamalan's ghost came from the future.
I'm not actually a ghost. What a twist.
I'm an alien ghost.
A Gagalian.
Get that water away from me. Oh.
Your planet is comprised of almost all water. Let's land.
Just
Try
swing
to
away.
take it over.
Yeah. They don't like it. Swing for the fences.
Don't look at that lady in the water.
All right.
All right. Well,
Get
All right.
out of that village.
Well, that's a throwback to
So-
our last holiday episode, which was
absolutely.
hate for the holidays.
You can check that out in the archive.
Yes.
So we've rolled through this because we had a bunch that were the same, like 3 right in a row that were the same.
And I
Which
bet
never
your
happens.
Yeah, and I bet your number one is too.
Well, we're about to find out because Brock, what is your number one?
1988's Scrooged.
Yes.
Yeah. See? Yeah. I'm.
The top 4 are the exact same, really, guys?
In the exact same order.
That's
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah.
What the heck?
We only had one stray one.
I only had one that was even remotely close to being on your guys' list.
But Scrooged is like the best
Oh,
holiday
so
movie. It's
good,
the one
dude.
that I love to watch every single year, 2 or 3 times, you know. It never gets old.
I saw this one in the theater.
Me too.
Yeah.
Damn.
The
Yeah,
theater.
even when you're walking out of
Snobby
the theater
theater
and he's
people.
like, "Hey, you guys are still there?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You in the back. Get up. Let's start dancing."
Right.
Closest thing I've had to watching Scrooge is the Muppets Christmas.
I love that. That's an honorable mention for me.
There you go.
Yeah,
I have a
love that
couple
movie.
honorable mentions as well.
Yeah.
But man, this is awesome. You got Richard Donner, who had directed this, which is kind of strange to me,
Because he's an action movie
more.
director. Yeah.
in my eyes, anyways.
Yeah.
And Bill Murray, of course, is the titular character, and
Scrooge?
he is
So it's a modern interpretation or an 80s interpretation
of the Christmas Carol.
of the Christmas
Or
Carol.
A Christmas
Yeah.
Carol.
A very well done adaptation of any of that stuff compared to now you got all the Jim Carrey ones and,
Yeah.
and all the other
He's
shit.
such a ruthless shit in this, though. Awesome. He's like, can't get these antlers to stick to this hamster for the reindeer. And he's like, just staple it on there.
So, well, I think I'd hurt that. Around here, people call me Mr. Crawls. He's like, "Excuse me, sir."
You had good people in this, too. John Forsythe. You had Bobcat Goldthwait. Carol Kane as one of the ghosts.
His brother, his real little brother.
Yeah. David Johnson or Johansson.
Yeah, David
Johansson.
Yeah. That was like one of his first big movies, too.
No.
God. Yeah, Robert Mitchum. Even the old dude that was not because Robert Mitchum was a dude that was like, animals love Christmas TV.
They also love deodorant.
Yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait. Yeah, did you say Bobcat?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was awesome in it too. He's
Absolutely.
all, "Wabbit." It's just all of the one-liners and all the little bitty parts. You're
Carol
totally in it.
Kane is awesome in this. She's I don't remember which ghost. Present, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
Christmas present.
Christmas present. She like kicks the shit out of him there with a toaster, I think, for a while. So good. So good. I like her. She's just like that silly funny. You know what I mean? Like over the top a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had that part right there was just condensed. Could have been almost the whole movie. It was so funny. And then where they're going to see, he's like, "Oh, you see my Christmas bonus? It's bath towels." You're like, "That son of a bitch," you know?
Well, apparently Richard Donner and Bill Murray did not like working with each other.
Really?
Yeah, Richard Donner was, I guess they asked, first they asked Bill Murray, like, what his thoughts were, and he was like, it was miserable. And Richard Donner was like, Bill Murray's a great talent, but can be difficult. You know,
I
'cause
can see back then. It was an
Well, I think
aloof
they had-
movie. Yeah.
I think they had two different visions of what the movie was going to be, is what
Yeah.
it was stated. You know what I mean?
But it turned out so like
So
slick.
great. Yeah, it's so good.
Really, everything in it is just slick. Even whenever the dancers are dancing, right? And it's like, I could see a nipple. So, can you see that, guys? No. So, come on, baby. Let's go. One more time around the block. I mean, everything is like awesome
It's
in
just
that movie.
going.
Yeah, there's so many
Yeah.
good, like, again, the one-liners, just the whole story again is that classic story updated, and you can really see that it was put in the correct context for the time period.
Yeah.
You know, how it's a media mogul, you know, instead of what did Scrooge really do?
Right.
He was a landowner, or
he was a bank guy. I don't know what he did. I don't remember. He was a miser.
yeah, Jacob Marley was the.
He was busy being a miser.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, look at all my gold.
Marley was his partner, so
Clink.
like I don't know, law maybe,
Yeah,
real estate
with
who
the kid that
knows?
was
both.
Yeah, he was like everything.
Yeah, he was like a conglomerate.
Yeah. But you know that is one of the greatest Christmas stories ever told. Anyway,
Well, of course.
So bam, is the number one.
And then
on
you
ours.
had Bill Murray.
Yeah. So in his
And
hair,
a cast of characters.
Seems like
His
you really can't go
hair.
wrong.
yeah, he had that mullet though, and the boots. He was another actor that was wearing boots with a suit.
Yeah, yeah.
But not with the fur.
That was
Yeah.
a deal for a
It's
while
weird.
in the 80s. That was
It's just a
strange.
weird correlation. It's like all the set designers and everything was like, the main character needs boots to go with his slacks.
Exactly.
It'll work on the floor. I swear to God. DOP's like, got it. But no, what are your honorable mentions? Because I know you got a lot.
Well, I don't have
'Cause
a
I
lot,
do.
but the ones that I do have, I like a lot. So, like Mixed Nuts, which is 1994. It was Steve Martin. There's a shit ton of people in this. This is another Juliette Lewis Christmas movie.
Really?
Yeah, and Adam Sandler's in it. Madeline Kahn. This was Lev Schreiber's first role.
Wow.
And yeah,
Was
Mixed
he the
Nuts.
football dude or something? I'm Lev Schreiber. Welcome to Frontline.
But there's like a ton of other people in it too, just like random, like Stephen Wright's in it for a little bit. Gary Shandling's in it.
I don't remember it, man. I don't.
Rob Reiner's in it for a little bit. But it's basically Steve Martin works at a place called Lifesavers. It's like a suicide hotline. But it takes place over Christmas, anyways. I'm not going to. I won't dig too far.
Yeah,
into the story,
I'm going
but
to look for
basically,
this movie.
they
I don't
end
know
up-
why I haven't ever seen it.
They end up owing a bunch of money to the people that they're renting the space from for this. So, anyways, it's like a save that place, find the love kind of a movie. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of people in it, and it's Steve Martin, which is generally funny.
He's always
And
good.
yeah, Mixed Nuts, pretty good stuff.
Do you have any more?
I would throw the Krampus out there. If you haven't seen Krampus,
Krampus.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Krampus is awesome. I'm not going to get too far into that. If you like horror kind of stuff, sort of.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny
You know,
horror.
it's got Todd Packer in it. That dude's always funny in everything.
Ed
he does.
Hochland too, right?
Uh,
Isn't he also in it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Who's Ed Hochland?
He's been in some stuff. Hold on. I'll find you. Keep talking.
Yeah. No, that one's it's kind of weird. Every time I see it though, because home dude's got his mouth open, the Krampus dude is like,
Oh, I was thinking of David Kochner.
who's that guy?
You need a breath.
You know this guy.
Need him.
He's from Anchorman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Todd
Todd
Packer.
Packer.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah. He's always
so
funny.
good.
But
I didn't know him by the name. I was like, what? The character he played?
But with the Krampus monsters, always, I'm like, man, somebody throw a mint in that motherfucker's mouth. Because it's cold outside. He's been eating flesh.
Right?
You have any
Breast goddess
recommendations for breath mint?
Matane.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spray a little Matane on it. Any other ones?
No, that's about it.
Okay.
Those are the two that I would stand by.
Do you remember The Ref?
So, yes, I do. And that one almost made my list as well. It's a great movie. Dennis Leary,
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey.
It doesn't hold up as well.
Who's the female?
Annette Bening.
Is it, though? Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't hold up because I did try to watch it not too long ago and was like,
I
maybe
liked
it was
that
last
movie.
Christmas.
I really did like that movie when it was out. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I need to
And I
revisit
feel-
the whole thing.
Really bad when I say now that I like anything with Kevin Spacey in it. But,
I know.
It doesn't matter. I'm never going to not like The Usual Suspects,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. He's just a weirdo.
Yeah, it just happens to...
Documented though, so you know, not just hearsay.
No, that movie's great, dude.
Yeah.
It's Judy Davis, not Annette Bening.
Really? That's right. It looks a lot like her,
Yeah,
but she's
no.
that classic, like, I've been wine drunk all the time. Look at my lipstick and my cigarettes that I just can't smoke because you wanted me to quit.
I think she worked at...
That's her character, pretty much.
I just see her like
she worked on a lot of Woody Allen stuff. I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Oh, wasn't she on Naked Lunch?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
that'd be a weird deal if I pulled that one out.
Now, were either of you guys fans of like Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah, no. That made it my honorable mention.
Okay.
So, yeah, I really like that movie. And weird to put it, because you can put it on a Christmas list, you can put it on a Halloween list, you can do whatever you want with it.
Yep.
So I felt like that was kind of a weird trump card, like that's a Joker's Wild kind of deal.
Yeah, it's a trifecta movie.
Yeah.
But
it was great. Yeah. Great movie. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I did get to go see that in the theater though.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I was in. It was 9th grade or something like that, and the art club was going. I didn't make the cut to go to art. It was weird. Like they only chose a certain amount of people to go into the art class. But they were like, "Hey, you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, $3."
Nice.
Went and saw Nightmare Before Christmas, and my friend peed in the movie theater. It was gross.
What?
Yeah, he just stood up and peed.
Hey, actually, you guys know that part where he's coming out of the green like goo liquid, and they're like all singing, right?
Right.
That liquid is actually not stop motion. That was added post.
Really?
And it was a feat for the time, with CGI and everything else. Right. But if you look, it has a hard cut line when he's coming out. Like the liquid's not affected by him coming out.
So is it Jack or is it Oogie
Jack.
Boogie? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's coming out and he's in his suit and everything, and he comes out and he's like standing there all proud. But if you really look at that scene, it's really well done for the time because CGI wasn't that prevalent.
Yeah, sure.
Especially with stop animation or stop motion.
That movie took how long to make? Just beautiful movie.
Absolutely
though.
amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful movie. Just made, and it's going to be one of those that sticks around forever, I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of really cool things about how they made that movie that if you Google it or YouTube it or anything, you'll find a lot of videos on it. Please do so. It's amazing, the technology and the ways they got around things and the things that you thought were stop motion but may not have been,
Nice.
different things like that. It's cool.
Well, the only thing that's not so cool about that movie now is the entire section inside of Hot Topic dedicated to merchandise and T-shirts and backpacks and everything.
A little overkill.
Hang out on Hot Topic a lot, do you?
No. But last time
Only
I went
when
in
the
there,
cool kids are there.
yeah. I went to
where I
go
buy the
meet a
newest
friend.
records and all my concert tees.
Yeah,
Because I don't go to concerts. I just buy the tees.
It's all Japan, 1978. Three Dog Night. Oh man, for real? You gotta have a Three Dog Night shirt. But no, the merchandising for that shit is fucking crazy. All over the
for
place.
sure. And I joke, of course, of seeing those rows of Nightmare on Elm.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's like you can get a
Nightmare
keychain
Before
with,
Christmas.
I was doing that just a second ago in my head, and I was like, Nightmare on Christmas.
Yeah, Nightmare on Christmas Street.
On Krampus.
No,
what do you got, brother?
Trading Places, man.
Trading Places, that's another good one. Absolutely.
And
it's another one that I wouldn't have thought of as a Christmas movie, like, obviously, because it's not on my list. But it's a good movie.
Yeah, great movie all the way through. It's just funny. Lionel Joseph. Doesn't it got the Belushi in it? Not Jim, but James or whoever.
Not John, but Jim.
Jim Belushi,
Yeah.
one of the Belushis.
And Aykroyd's in that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy.
Well, of course, it's an Eddie Murphy movie.
The old dudes from the Muppets.
Yeah. The real old dude.
Yeah, Mortimer. Hey, Mortimer. Whenever he's like eating the ham out of his like beard is so funny and so bad. Jamie Lee Curtis was awesome in that movie. That was one of her big secondary breakout roles. Her and John Travolta have a lot in common with like leaving the scene and then coming back like a couple of years later.
Yeah.
And like kicking ass. So, but that's Jamie Lee Curtis. She's a female version of that. But yeah, no, awesome movie. Eddie Murphy was stellar in that.
Absolutely.
God, he had a good run too, but he was still at that point. Because when did it come out? 1983. When he was on Saturday Night Live, whenever he started, he was 19.
Yeah.
So he's like under 25 still.
Oh yeah.
Making this movie and killing it.
For sure.
Just an awesome movie all the way through.
And I'd say that's probably a couple years before we got Spies Like Us, right? From Dan Aykroyd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least one or two.
Fucking movie.
Well, it's good that they like you.
Yeah. Spies Like Us.
Mm-hmm. They like you. That's good.
Doctor.
Doctor.
I do have Muppet Christmas Carol on there. I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
I'm a big Muppet fan anyway, so I'll watch anything that comes out Muppets. My favorite one out of all of them is the space one. Muppets from Space.
Pigs in space.
But that was a good one. Batman Returns.
Yeah. That was definitely a Christmas
Total
movie.
Christmas movie.
Sure.
Huh. Never thought about that.
Yeah.
I
Pee Wee
did think
Herman
of
was
that
in it.
one, but that's not my favorite Batman, but it was good.
Mm-hmm.
But DeVito was awesome, like as
Oh,
the
man.
Penguin.
Yeah, everything was awesome about that.
Everything was awesome about that movie until Bombs on Penguins.
That was still pretty slick, though.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean,
okay.
why not? They were kamikaze penguins.
Sure.
They were from the Midwest Pole.
The Midwest Pole.
But, of course, you got Elf. Elf is the newest classic to come out.
The Midwest Pole made entirely out of butter.
Yeah, just full of penguins
Yeah.
that are angry.
I feel like
you
that's
know,
a strip
want
club.
healthcare.
The fattest penguins you've ever
I feel like
seen.
that's a Midwest strip club. Just in a pool barn somewhere.
Damn.
Well, how else do they slide
Oh.
around?
This pole moves. I don't move.
I've been doing this for 47 years.
We can tell.
Yeah, back to the topic. Because now I'm all thinking about a middle pole. How would that work for gravity? No.
Well,
No,
did
Elf
you
is-
carry the two?
Yes,
Okay.
still doesn't work.
Elf is great, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Elf is
That's
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other?
Yeah, of course. You guys haven't named one, and I knew you kind of probably maybe weren't going to. The role that was made for this man, Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
this is a good
movie.
one.
That is my favorite by far. Like that reigns supreme over anything, just because he is at his prime when it comes to like his charisma and character
Sure.
coming to life in a character. He was made for The Grinch. I love that.
Oh shit,
That's a
Mr.
good-
Rubberface
that's a good one.
himself.
Yeah.
It wasn't even on my list just because to me, I mean, I still love it, but
so
it ranks in the top 20, of course,
Yeah.
you know, top 10. But it's so good, and it's Ron Howard, isn't it?
Is
Didn't he
it?
direct it?
Well, I don't know the answer.
Think
to
so.
that.
I do
Yeah.
remember like something about being surprised, and I think it was about this movie again. So now I'm being surprised twice.
No, but it's every bit of that movie's good too. It is always a good one to watch because they really did take the 1967 version
Yeah.
and updated it too,
Yeah.
you know, and kind of gave it that. Of course, it had the real feel, but it wasn't overdone in that way because it was so wacky anyway. So, like, how can you overdo a Toompler or a Thumpler or something like that, right? You're just making that shit up.
I mean, when everything's whimsical, everything's on the table.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. It was
Except
just
for
really cool.
murder.
It was Ron Howard, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that has so many one-liners, and just like that scene with the echo in the chamber, I love that scene so much.
I
There's some-
equate two movies together when I think of that movie because I also think of that Mike Myers Cat in the Hat movie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And everybody hates that movie, but there are some things I like about that movie.
Yeah.
Because I watched it a couple times, but very much the same as this movie. You know what I mean? As
Oh,
far
very. The feeling of
Yeah.
it, the style, everything about it. I mean, it's Green Eggs and Ham. Who is that? Dr. Seuss, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So it's like very Dr. Seuss, and they did it justice, you know, to that. I just like the Cat in the Hat was, I remember not liking it.
Yeah.
That's the downside.
Yeah.
It's good.
Anywho,
You know what I was thinking about while you're talking about that is what was Dr. Seuss's first name? Gary? Dr. Gary Seuss.
well, I was in the last year of when Blockbuster was still a thing.
Oh, really?
Right? And I worked there. And my friend came in and got a subscription or a card or whatever, you know, it was free. And he didn't realize that when I entered all his information, because his last name is Seuss, spelled different, right?
Susse?
S-E-U-S-E? S-U-E-S?
S-E-U-S-S?
No, it's not E at the end. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, it's like S-U-E-S or S-E-U-S or something like that.
S-E-U-S-S is Dr. Seuss.
Right.
Yeah.
But either way, so I put his, all
Yes.
his information, and then it has a prefix, so of course I'm like, doctor. And then the thing is, we were always taught that if it says a prefix like doctor, you have to address them as doctor. You have to. That's
Nice.
part of the job, right?
Nice.
So I didn't tell him about this. And every single time he'd go in there and rent something, it was the funniest thing, because they would address him as Dr. Seuss, and he's like that wasn't funny kind of thing. He didn't say that, but he's like, oh, okay. And he leaves. And it happens every single time he comes in until one day he finally calls me and he's like, you mother.
Why did they call me doctor every
Yeah,
time?
he was
That's
like
the joke
baffled.
that keeps on giving.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
That's great.
Yeah, it was great times.
By
Happy
the way,
Merry
Dr.
Christmas.
Seuss's first name was Ted.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ted Seuss.
Ted Seuss.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah.
He just went by Doctor. No, I have Edward Scissorhands on my list too.
Ooh.
Good Christmas movie because it kind of takes place before Christmas and it ends on Christmas, right?
Sure.
I think any movie that's really based in a lot of snowy kind of. I mean, it has like a winter, a lot of it, you know. So
Just at the very
So, like,
end.
The Revenant?
It's weird because
It's
you
just at the
picture. Yeah.
well, I know
The
they're
Revenant?
No, he said like anywhere where there's snowy stuff, and I'm like, The Revenant?
Yes, Christmas.
Christmas movie.
Christmas, The Revenant.
It's like
Well, if you think of like, okay, if you think of corporate America as the bear,
yeah,
and you as Leo DiCaprio,
the consumer.
the consumer, then yes, you're right. It is a Christmas movie.
yeah.
yeah.
100%.
It's like that thing where they're
Tom
like,
Hardy's the
well, prove to
greedy
me
CEO.
it's a Christmas
Right.
movie. Like, how do you know it happened in December or anything? It's like, prove to me it wasn't in December.
That's right.
Because he crawled 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years?
Which means he had at least 3 Christmases. That Christmas movie.
So
song.
wait, wouldn't that make what's the movie with Tom Hanks and Wilson?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Outcast.
Yes.
Castaway.
Outcast.
Thought you were going to say Outbreak. Outbreak.
Hey, yeah.
But yeah, Castaway. That essentially would also be a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Yes,
actually,
yes,
yeah.
because a year passed. No, 7 years.
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah. He had a lot of Christmases
Yeah.
in there.
He had like
Wilson,
3 months on the island and he looked the way he did. He
Yeah.
was like, dang, you didn't eat nothing, did you?
right? Better start adapting, kid.
Your Christmas must have sucked.
You got all those
Every
FedEx
year.
packages.
Yeah, he
He's
gets
like,
something
yeah,
every-
I almost starved to death, but I got this little trike from Santa.
How would you write it on the sand?
Oh, Santa
No.
didn't think that through. He just said, "Here's a trike."
It's a misfit toy now.
He's like, "Do you not want the trike? I'll just
he
take it
lives
back."
on the island of misfit toys. It makes sense.
Santa turns into like that parent's like, "Well, I could just take it back to the shop if you want, huh?"
You don't like that color?
No.
Cool.
Well, you either take it or you get nothing.
You said green. We got you
Fine,
green.
I'll take the trike. Maybe I can burn it for some warmth.
the rubber.
It's metal. Oh.
The rubber just burns forever.
Nice, healthy black smoke for you to breathe in.
Hey, there you go. Flag down some.
That's
Some
what he
airplanes.
thought happened after he was inhaling the black smoke.
Right?
You
I'm saved.
yeah. I wonder if he ever really tried to start a huge fire, like on half of the island, just to get more smoke up there in the air or something like that.
Double-edged sword. You're burning half your resources.
Yeah. No. Exactly, right? So, like half of it.
So you just like dig out like a trench between the two and then just light the other side of the island on fire?
And hope there's no high winds.
Yeah. You would think, yeah.
Make sure
would
you
think-
had some fish and stuff to cook at this
Yeah.
little bonfire.
Might as well.
I think you'd have enough time to figure that one out.
Merry Christmas. Here's a fish you stabbed. Now cook it on the forest fire.
Go team.
Yeah. Maybe.
Out.
Yeah. Maybe whenever he popped his tooth out, that was Christmas. That's a way to mark it.
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
it's Christmas. Screw
I
it.
gotta pop another tooth out so I know how long I've been here.
That was him falling. No. After that, I have, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, that
Oh.
didn't make my list at all.
That was on the list that I made.
Yeah.
Just because of nostalgia. I mean,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I wanted that.
It was
I wanted
actually-
that suit.
You wanted the Turbo Time suit?
Yeah.
I think
it's
my
turbo.
wife even said, "Is Jingle All the Way going to be on there?" And I'm like, "No, I've only seen that movie because I've seen
Kids.
pieces of it here and there."
You've seen it because of Sinbad. Admit it.
No,
Sinbad.
and she goes, "Does he say what did she said something funny like, does he say it's not a tumor, Jingle All the Way, Merry Christmas or something?" However she said it was amazing, and I was like, probably, I don't know.
not a tuba jingles.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Well, it has Darth Vader in it.
It's a Star Wars spin-off. That's an
Does
awful
it tie in
impression.
Predator as well?
Exactly.
It's the mud. Nah.
No.
Nope. That was a horrible impression.
We're not going.
I
with
even
that.
was like, oh, you suck.
No offense. I didn't even realize it was an impression.
Yeah, exactly. It was so bad. wasn't
No, it was not that bad.
That's pretty much it besides Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but I
mentioned
again
that earlier. Sure.
mentioned it, but those are holiday movies.
Absolutely.
If you can go through that list and not have a good time, you're doing it wrong.
Damn,
That's right.
I know. It's like the drop culture holiday movie list, one a week, and then you get to number 1, which is Scrooged.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's maybe this. I got an idea.
I have an idea.
Okay, you raise your hand.
Okay,
You
remember
in the
Ashton-
front. You in the front.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yes, Ashton Kutcher had a show called Punked, and around Christmas time they should have called it Scrooged. Thank you for my submission. I'll go back to my seat.
Thank you very much. Kid in the
You
front
laughed
row.
me off stage.
Please, that hurt my feelings. No. So,
You're back on Scrooge.
yeah.
We're about to get Saint Nick himself.
Yeah.
You don't want to die if you miss it. That was from the commercial. What was it? Or you'll be dead. Hijackings.
Oh, man.
It's a really odd one though, because I mean I know that it's a smaller sample size, I guess, of movies, but we have never done a list where we've had like our top 4 were all the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only way from
in
here-
order. That is nuts.
I think it really comes down to whenever you grew up.
Yeah.
I also believe that the only way to take it to the next level is all 5. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not changing Lethal Weapon, though.
Well, I'm not changing Better Off Dead.
There
so,
we go.
Man.
You guys should just duke it out later. It's fine.
It's a podcast, Duke Out.
I got no fucking dukes, man.
Not in front of the kids.
But no, yeah, listen to the podcast before every week that we release one, and then watch one of our holiday movies.
Yeah, you could do that. You could also just,
Yeah, live your life.
or you could live your exactly, or you could live your life and just send us an email or a social distancing app
Actually,
message about like a Christmas movie you
What
like.
is that?
Maybe we left something off the list.
no. That's crazy.
Doubt it.
Maybe.
What was that new? Now I gotta ask this. What was that new app that came out from Bass Pro Shops? What was that Bass Pro Shops app?
Oh, Grinder?
No. Parlor or something like that.
Farmers
Parlay.
Are Us.
Yeah.
FarmersOnly.com.
You want to see the crop I just harvested?
Yeah, we're actually got a profile on FarmersOnly.com.
That's absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's just us wearing our overalls, just looking for friends. Nothing really.
Which will also be in July's calendar
Yes.
for you that are ordering the Drop Culture calendar.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wait until November.
Just wait.
Flipping that over.
People are like, I can't wait till we get past summertime.
It's the same dude.
So they put their clothes back on.
Just wait until they get to November. Wink.
Didn't buy that baster for no reason.
Oh, that was the noises I was making the day of the shoot.
It's getting greasy up in here.
Yeah, it was awful. Oh, I still haven't fully recovered.
But watch the holiday movies.
Yeah.
We
Be
got
merry.
a lot. If you have any ideas for holiday movies for us, email us. And then also, if you got that one
Where would
reference,
they email us at?
dropculturepodcast@gmail.com.
Well,
And
that sounds like a
Yahoo,
cool place.
AOL,
Email something.
web crawler.
You know,
I'm
I
always going to make that joke.
always just go to dropculture.com and leave a comment in the website.
You can.
Yeah, you can message us directly there.
Yeah.
Please, man.
Just anywhere.
Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagrams,
Google search
Grindr,
the Drop Culture
Twitter.
podcast. And that's all you got to do.
plenty of fish.
We're cheating on our podcast.
Our own
We're looking
podcast.
for other podcasts.
But want to keep it discreet.
Yeah, keep it on the DL.
Private recording
Well.
session.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Crimmins.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Did you just fart?
No.
That's just a great question to ask people in general.
Did you fart?
Oh,
People are like, what?
dude, isn't that the one way
Basketball.
I was gonna say.
I do that to my kids all the time. It's perfect, dude. It works.
I mean, it gets them totally off topic.
They're like, hey, can I? Did you fart?
You know, honestly,
What?
if
And
I
then
ever
I just walk away, just fade into the shadows.
any argument I ever get with Jazzy now, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Did you fart? And she's be like, what? Oh, no, did you?
Telling you, it works like a charm.
It'll stop you dead in your tracks. You're like, did I?
I have to pull out a bottle of Matane.
Yeah. Did I get it a little bit too kind of like in the red there?
Are we cut off?
Yeah, we're still recording, but we're done.
We're done.
Bye.
Bye.